we camp in this campground are great. And I told him where that campground was. It was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I didn't know. He wanted to know if I was trying to get him killed.
All
Like,
right,
no.
what's up, guys? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. We are live. Sorry, man.
Thank
Had to do
you.
that to you.
Thank you for going live. Jesus, Daniel was killing me with his. Oh,
Hey, he was a cool dude, you know? He's still a cool dude. But now he retired from 20 years military service, and he added on a bunch of he went like civilian contractor, then retired on that. So yeah.
Anyway, it's good to be back. My laptop seems to be working. There's no camera right now because my house is a disaster. I'm doing Windows and I have nowhere to put stuff, so it's a disaster right now. With that being said, Alan is having internet problems, so he's working on it. So I'm gonna ask Battle Beam to help me out here, man. And would you start us off with a Pledge of Allegiance?
yes, sir. That'll be my pleasure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball. Go Dodgers.
Awesome.
Gentlemen, start
Very
your
nice, brother.
engines.
Very nice.
Go Braves. Go Dogs.
Oh, I know, man. We playing the Braves, brother.
All right. So we're supposed to have someone pretty special show up here. I sent him a message. So hopefully he comes in pretty soon. Jamie, how you doing, man?
How are you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing there, Jamie. How you doing?
Scotsman just asked you that. Did you not
No,
hear?
he said Jamie.
Was he talking to me?
Yeah.
I was talking to you.
Not bad. I thought you was talking to Daniel. I was waiting on him to answer, but yeah, I've been doing good. Listen, I got something to tell y'all, and I don't know what it means really, or how far I'm gonna take it. But Thursday, I went with a friend of mine from one of my men's groups, and he was kind of teaching me how to go about shooting IDPA matches. And he put up about three very rudimentary type, you know, uh, scenarios, whatever you call them, stages, I guess would be the word. And I did all right. But I also realized that they weren't near as difficult as what they would be in a real match. But I'm gonna keep working with him for a little while and see what shakes out. See if I get comfortable enough with him to go and do it for real. But anyway, thanks for having me, buddy. I'm sorry I can't understand my own name, so there we go.
I just don't like the fact you guys shoot at the brown targets. Just saying.
Yeah, it's funny because the black and white ones you can't shoot.
I'm telling you, man. You resort to the brown ones.
Well, it's just regular old cardboard color, man. I can't tell you. I didn't make up the rules, and like I
I'm
said, I'm
just messing, bro. I'm
not
just messing.
not even sure I'm going to do it for real, but it's interesting.
See, you
Hey,
shouldn't be
man,
mad at us for shooting it. You should be mad at the person that invented it in the first place.
that is so true. I'm definitely gonna sue that person.
It's just those corporate people, man. They just want to push product and make money, huh?
Corporate people.
Putting
Telling you,
down
man.
putting down the brown man.
Putting down the brown man. Like putting food in your table is not bad enough. Just saying. No,
How
just
you
kidding.
doing? How you doing, Battle Beam? What's going on with you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Just been busy, today I actually I was gonna do a bunch of stuff, but then found out that tomorrow's gonna rain, and part of my chores was gonna wash the car. So I was like, I'm not washing the cars. I'll wait another week Because you know, whenever it's 40%, usually you just get that light sprinkle and it just messes it up even worse than what it was. So I'm like, I'm good. So I just started reloading, man. Did like 500 9mm and did about 138 specials. So I was just chilling.
Nice, man. Very nice. Still just using the Lee setup, or you moved on to something else?
No, I got the 550.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. It's really good. I was kind of tinkering because I ended up getting um a bullet feeder, and it took me a little bit to kind of figure it out. But once I did, it was good to go.
Wow. So you got a bullet feeder.
I know, not a bullet feeder. I'm sorry, a case feeder. Sorry,
Okay.
case feeder. Yeah, case feeders. It's makes one less thing I have to worry about. But it's
Yep.
nice.
You just got to keep an eye on it.
Yep, sure did.
You got a mirror set up for that?
A mirror?
Yeah, you put a mirror. You set up a mirror so that you can look inside.
No, I
and
don't.
see the
I
top
don't.
of it.
I don't. I did not purchase one of those expensive Dylan ones. Those are a little too expensive for my taste. I just got some. I just got one from Double Alpha, whatever it is. It was like 100 some bucks. It was not bad.
Oh, okay.
So it just rotate it. It kind of has like the same
I
same
got
thing
you.
as the
Yep.
loop. Yeah, but it's pretty decent.
Good deal, man.
Yeah, man. But 550. I mean, 9mm and a Dylan, man. That thing's just flies, bro.
It can. Definitely can. Just don't short shuck it.
No, I learned that the hard way, but yeah, most definitely.
Just
But
make
I
sure
mean,
everything works before you start going crazy cranking out bullets.
no, I did, I did. I started without the dies and all that, just make sure I got good function and all that good stuff. Yeah, no, it was pretty good. Um, the fact that Dylan puts out really good content on their videos is good. Plus, you know, watching a lot of content from other YouTubers, it definitely helps. But no, I like it. So far, so good.
Don't be like someone I know that went and did 200, 300 blackout bullets, but had the
Mhm.
crimp set down too far. So
Oh,
they ended up having to do 250 blackout bullets because 50 of them were bad. And they had to use the old kinetic bullet puller to pull
oh,
them
that'd be
apart and resize everything.
no. What I did is when I first got my Dylan, I ended up just doing I think it was 50 bullet test load, and just kind of work my way and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, vicious dog.
Well, they're barking at the deer, keeping me safe.
It would be great if you mute your microphone. Just saying.
uh,
Yeah. Do you want me to go through the side chat real quick, just
yeah,
so we
go
knock
for
it
it,
out?
brother. Fire off.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. All right, guys. So, welcome to another foreign and domestic chat, guys. We have G23 out there, Black Cat Outdoors, Andy 79Z28. Of course, JH586 is in the panel. Black Cat Outdoors, New York Outcast. Hey, whatever happened to the 10 off with Outcast, man? I don't know what happened there. Anyways, Tim S is out there, Michael Ray, Pony 47, Island Gal 57. Hello, Jules. And let me see who else we got. We got Sue's out there. We got AR 1776. We got Broke Loader out there. Josh Benware. Oh, see who else we got here. Let me just go real quick. I think there are hard targets out there. And of course, we have our panel members. Anna Lee Brown is out there. Jer Bear Tactical is out there. Kingpin is out there. And that's pretty much all we got for now. Thank you guys all for joining us.
Very well done, sir. Very good.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, so I think we also got we got Senior Master Sergeant Bulldogs out there, and old thoughts of a old soldier is out there, and Uncle John, who just recently came in. So welcome, guys.
Thoughts of an old soldier. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'll start talking to all of y'all in a minute. I'm sorry. So, it looks like uh, Scotsman left us alone with the babies.
Yeah, he was telling us he was having some issues with his internet. So
Yeah, he said he'd be back in a minute if anything happened.
Yeah.
oh,
If
okay.
not, welcome to the Daniel, Jamie, Mario Mosen show. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
I'm sorry, man. My internet's sketchy. It's living out in the middle of nowhere and you only have one option for internet. Yeah, it's kind of sucks.
Oh, are you using that dish internet?
No, I'm on CenturyLink,
Oh, okay.
but it's sketchy. I don't know. Every now and then it just keeps dropping.
Mm. Kind of feels like you got AOL all over again.
It's almost
You
like
got
dial up
mail.
sometimes.
Yeah. No. You guys remember the old AOL? That was awesome. Sounded like something was dying in your computer, and then all of a sudden, you got mail.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes just to get into your email.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times, man. God forbid somebody calls you because then you lose connection.
Oh
You
yeah.
ain't
Yeah.
left. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, man. So what do you got going on, Scotsman? You still trying to settle in over there in your new place?
Yeah, so finally got some windows put in. Thanks to Rob,
Windows.
he came down. So Finance 101 came down, gave me a hand. Uh, so bottom part of the house is pretty much done. Lots to do on the upstairs stuff, but I really don't use that right now, so it's not as big a deal. Working on my range out back. So right now I just need to get some tires. And finish up the legs for my backstop part, and we're good to go.
So
So
what did you get? A
hopefully,
fixer upper? What did you get?
so I rent from one of the guys I work with,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically a much older house, and so there's just a lot of work needs done to it.
I'm just concerned about the winter time because winters are pretty gnarly in Ohio. It's just
Well, that's why we wanted to get the windows done now. Get them done
Mhm.
before the winter hit. So
Yeah.
we got the main living area all set, so we're good to go there. A
I
little bit.
take it there's no insulation in this house.
There's some, but I mean it can get pretty cold in here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, at least he has windows now, Mario. Last year, his furnace went out on the coldest part of the year, and he didn't have windows then.
This is correct.
Really?
It was pretty rough. Yeah, it was. Dude, some days in here was 30 freaking 5 degrees.
Oh man! Oh hey! It's the professional amateur.
What's up, Mr. Mario?
How you doing, sir?
Good. How about yourself?
Good, man. I like your shotgun, dude. It's more gooder.
It's more gooder, yeah, and somehow it's New York legal, so that's even better.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is that a semi? Semi, right?
Yep. Yes, it
Awesome.
is.
Are you gonna use that for competition?
Nah, probably not.
Okay.
Because it needs a longer barrel, and I'm not sure what the story with the magazines are, but eventually I might look into it. I mean,
Nice.
if I ever do a 3-gun again and I decide to go open division,
Might be a worthwhile investment just to have a backup, just in case.
for the price, it was just it was like one of those what you called
I don't
like
know.
I was in the moment, it felt good. Guy was willing
No.
to sell it, even though I wasn't 100% sure it's legal in the state. I'm like, I'll take it.
Can we all just take in Daniel's picturesque background? That is nice right there. Feel like you're back in the Ponderosa over there.
I got to look
that
at that every day. It's
I hate you.
terrible. I watch the sunset. I go out in the morning. I watch the sunrise.
That's a beautiful place, man.
I come in, I take a nap, and then I do a little reloading or casting. It's hard.
Yeah. And
On the
you get to
porch
go
in my
shoot in
rocking chair.
And you get to go shoot in your own range. Hate you.
Why?
Well,
You're retired now. Move.
Yeah, I want to move.
See, nicest thing is Daniel gets to shoot at his own range and compete against himself, so he wins every time.
Yeah.
No, see, if he doesn't win every time, he cheats to win.
That's right. I have it on video.
Have it on video.
Yes, it's called Piggy, the full
Hey.
story.
By the way, when Jesus, can't forget when Janice Gay was over there at your house. Who's got the TSO? Is that you or is that
Yeah.
Scotsman?
I've got
That's
it.
yours. Oh yeah, he was raving about that thing. He's like, "I'll give a liver for a TSO." I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
It is a crazy gun, Mario.
Yeah,
You don't
I
even
can
you don't
imagine.
you don't even think about getting your finger near the trigger until you have it on target. It'll
okay.
shoot using mental telepathy.
What is it like a 2? It's like really
Point
very,
2 maybe of an ounce.
Ooh, I don't know if I want something that.
I've definitely got to do some. I got to stiffen it up a little bit because it is dangerous. You'll
Yeah, that
double
is
tap.
dangerous.
You'll double tap, and without even trying.
Yeah.
So, in other words, it's too much of a gun for you.
No, nope. I paid for that sucker in cash. My
Yeah,
wife
you gotta-
ordered me to go and buy that gun.
If you have to stiffen up the trigger, then no, it's too much of a gun for you.
If I dropped the gun, even before it hit the ground, it would go off.
No, we won't.
Yeah,
No, we won't.
it's a single action.
Well, there's an easy way to try it. Just load up the empty shell casing with the primer and then drop the gun. It's not gonna go off. I
Got it.
guarantee.
Oh, it's got that hammer block in there.
I don't know if it has it, but I guarantee it won't go off because my Infinity was like that, and it had like a rolling brake. And what 2011 has on top of the CZs, the trigger is straight pull. The CZ is still a hinge trigger because TSO is basically just an upgraded TS. I was shooting that before you could spell CZ.
Yeah, it's got the what's that? There, the checkmate lower on it.
Yeah,
The bottom end's a checkmate.
Bottom line, it's an upgraded TS, so it's a single action CZ with a worked out trigger, but it ain't gonna go by itself. And it's still a hinge trigger, so you never pull it straight back like on 2011. There's always that hinge on it.
Well, I got dirt out here, so it won't mark it up. I'm going to have to drop it in the dirt on video just to see.
So
Because as light as it is, it would not surprise me. But, I don't know.
put a piece of cardboard and drop it. I guarantee it won't go off.
Gossman, you know how that trigger is.
It's light. I mean, I don't think it's light enough that it's going to go off if you drop it, though.
The thing it has me thinking is like my dad had some rifles built a long time ago. And if you take the rifle and you don't put it on safety or something, you sit it down like this, it blows holes through the roof of the truck when you're deer hunting.
Well, that's different because that's when you're going with the inertia. When you do that, when you bump it, the trigger may go on. And it's a different thing. I seriously doubt the TSO will go off.
Here's the thing, man. It's a competition gun. That's what it's meant for. It's highly doubtful because remember, you got to remember a lot of people are running around, and if that fell out their holster, and that went off, it'd be a pretty well known issue. I highly doubt it's going to go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original Shadow, the what was it, Shadow Target or whatever, the first one that I had was one of the first CZs in the USPSA without a firing pin block, and that was because of what's his name, the guy that runs CZ Custom, the Hobdell. He's from England or Scotland or somewhere or UK, and he was fighting tooth and nail with the USPSA, and they had to come up with, I don't know, there's some kind of ruling on that thing that they have to approve it. So I'm pretty sure you're good. Although it's been known to happen. Supposedly, the last Area 5 match, there was a guy that they had like a lot of places you got bays that are back to back. So you got bay here and bay here. Okay, so people are shooting this way, people are shooting this way, and they're back to each other. So basically, the guy in one of the bay, whatever he was doing, he tripped, he dropped the gun spun around into the other bay and went off. By some miracle, nobody got hurt, but everything is possible. But if it's a stock factory gun, I doubt it. Good evening, Fast Fork.
So Dan, we recently had someone come visit and bring some Glocks with them.
Yep. It was
Okay.
if you're ever going to have a Glock malfunction, it's going to happen here. And did it ever malfunction? Oh, somewhere between 9 to 12 malfunctions in under 4.5 minutes of straight shooting and 3 different shooters, including the owner. So it was, I held on to that video for so long because I didn't want to tick him off or, I didn't want to make anybody look bad, but hey, it's a Glock. So.
Don't be bashing Glock. I got Glock on the way.
Oh, that's, hey, okay.
Yeah, but you got it on the way because it's free.
Well, it wasn't free. It cost me $75, which, by the way, they charged my credit card a month ago, and I still don't have a freaking gun.
No, but this thing, at first everybody, even Scotsman, is like, oh, limp wrist. What happens when Scotsman comes up? He had more malfunctions than I did. How many soap pipes did you have on it?
It's like 3 or 4.
Well, Glocks are probably allergic to Scotsman. That's why.
Well, Glocks are allergic to this whole range. It was totally intimidated. And then the owner of the gun come up and he shot it, and he had more malfunctions than both of us put together.
I
guess his excuse was that he never cleaned it.
No, he was blaming the ammunition, steel case ammunition, and he tried blaming the magazine. Then he used a stock Glock mag and had the same problems.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I've shot everything under the sun on the Glock, and I've never had any issues with it.
That's what he said.
Showcase ammo. I don't know, man.
That's what he said. But he shot tons of ammo, probably over 10,000 plus rounds through this gun. And one of the comments on there has me thinking is somebody said a recoil spring needs replaced on it.
No, you know what? What, you had stovepipes?
He had stovepipes.
Okay.
He had misfeeds.
If the owner's watching, most likely on a Glock that's got a lot of rounds through it, it's actually, believe it or not recoil spring, but it's the extractor. Extractor and the spring on the extractor gets loose. You should be able to grab the empty spent casing, stick it under the extractor and slide, and it should stay in place. But my buddy used to shoot a Glock a lot, and he was having the same issues. All of a sudden, he was having, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And somebody came up, did the test, and sure enough, he got a new extractor, new spring, no more problems.
Fuzzy, shh, we're trying not to mention who it was. That way, they got to watch my video.
Hey, Fuzzy, to make you feel better, I don't clean my guns too often either. I usually clean it when it starts giving me trouble at the match.
Here's the thing, man. Perfection should run no matter what.
Oh, it's still just a piece of machinery assembled by, lowest bidder.
It is, but that's how these people are. These Glock folks are high and
Hey,
mighty about
man,
how perfect they are.
it's marketing, bro. It's marketing at its finest. That's all I can say.
I know.
Sounds like we're losing Scotsman again. Speak, Scotsman, speak.
Okay, I got a question. Not to detract from the Scotsman, but since he's having trouble, the guy that I went to shoot with Thursday that I was telling you about, he was telling me how of the pistol calibers, what I mean semi-autos, 940, 45. He said there's not really that much difference in the performance of the of those rounds. Y'all have an opinion on that?
What do you mean by performance? Like ballistically or damage to tissue or stopping power? Is that what you're talking about?
All the above. Yeah, he just says that there's just not that much difference between a 45 and a 9, 40 and 9. Um, I I just
Well,
find that
somebody once told me that with the pistol rounds, all you do is put holes in the people. Your pistol is a ways and means to get to the rifle.
Now,
Absolutely. That's the only time I ever used the pistols when when my rifle malfunctioned.
now between a 9mm and a 45, if you get hit with a marginal hit somewhere on the chest, a 45 is going to kill that person before the 9mm will, just because of the bullet's bigger, and especially if you're using hollow points, you're going to
Yeah.
absorb a lot more damage.
I could tell you that from pure fact, man. I was shooting guys dead on the chest. I could see it, and they're still coming up. I mean, mind you, they were like on freaking drugs or whatever, but still, yeah, I know if I would have hit him with a 45, peace out, would have been done.
I seen a picture of a Marine out there in Afghanistan. They were in there clearing houses, and they came up on a Talibani, and the guy stuck the pistol right up in his face. It was a 9mm, shot it, and the guy immediately threw down his gun, not the Marine, but the Talibani. He threw down his gun because the Marine smiled at him, and the 9mm was stuck between his teeth. It knocked one tooth out, and the bullet jammed in his mouth.
Yeah. I got
No.
come on. I got
Yeah.
I got a oceanfront property in Arizona for you too.
The story was right there in the Navy Times.
Well, it's a Navy, so definitely don't believe that.
This is, on a Marine.
I mean, it's hard to say. Some say it's all about a shot placement. That's what you hear the most. Then again, 22 in the head is better than 45 in the foot. But I also talked to cops that they just carry the biggest caliber they can, because he said he's seen people still attacking people with a quarter of their freaking skull
this
missing.
is why this is why one of the things, especially when I'm trying to teach people, is forget the old adage of 2 and 1. You empty the freaking gun until that threat is over. Empty it, reload, and freaking do what you got to do until that threat stops coming at you. Period.
I think another factor that people don't really stop to think about is the adrenaline aspect of it.
Or
When you
drugs.
have that much, that too, but I mean, adrenaline is it's a pretty interesting thing, man. It definitely makes you super perform more than what you think you could or you wouldn't. It's kind of hard to describe, but yeah, I know that
Plus,
for a fact.
plus attacker could be on drugs. That's another thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, that PCP is pretty bad stuff.
Well, that's why they're saying that, at least from whatever I read and talked to the law enforcement, that pelvic shots actually something that should stop no matter how screwed up the attacker is, because the mechanics of it, so we can't move.
Yeah, most definitely. That's a great analogy there.
Poco Agru, you just run 10 millimeter. Just man up and run 10 millimeter.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was at the range on Friday. We can't shoot any steel, so I brought pumpkins and I went to the 600-yard range, but the tree fell down, so I couldn't drive. So I wound up just hopping over the tree, walking. I got to about 400 yards. I was gonna set one at 400, one at 5, and I turn around and a big black bear runs across right in front of the 600-yard range, and I'm like 200 yards away from the truck, no gun on me. I was like, nope, I'll just leave him here.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just interesting how some type of rounds are more effective than others. Yeah, but also I still also feel the shot placement is also a key factor in those things. Also, I think another thing that I stop and think about is that it's a lot different when it's a ball rounds compared to hollow points. I mean, do you guys agree with how they affect the body when it hits it?
Yeah. Ball rounds just make a poke a hole. Hollow points start one little hole going in and a really big one coming out.
Well, hollow points, especially pistol rounds, generally don't come out.
You know, that's what I thought the point of a hollow point and pistol round was, is you don't have collateral damage of
Yeah, it's designed to go in and expand and cause as much internal damage as possible.
Yeah, and then you got like a Scott Ford munition where you got those machine copper bullets that are actually designed to tumble on impact. So once they hit the soft tissue, they just bounce around. So definitely more than enough choices out there.
And one thing I want to, I want to stress this point is the fact that we're on the panel and we're talking about this, but you guys in the side chat got to know, anybody's watching. The last thing we want to do is have to use our weapons on a human being. You know, I think we can all agree on that. That's the last thing. Um, I want to be able to shoot better handgun wise, just to be just to be able to defend my family in case if it comes to that, and pray that it never does. But I don't think anybody wants to have to um, use our weapons in self defense against human beings. At least I would hope not. But like Scotsman said, you got to stop a threat. You got to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible. And I think knowing how that's going to work out is paramount to our situation. What do you guys think?
Yep. Both times I was in that situation, I prayed to God to de escalate it. And both times he did. Because both of them there, it's like I was certain that I was gonna have to kill or be killed.
Yeah, I can tell you guys that it's something that I had to do, and I'm not proud of it. But at the same time, it's like if not, I wouldn't be here, kind of thing. It's it's something that does stay in your mind. I think the biggest problem that I see is that movies and all these other places they glorify these type of killings, and there's nothing glorified about killing another human being. But in reality, if you don't do it, you won't be able to come home. At least for me, I had a picture in my Kevlar, in my helmet of my kids and my wife, and whenever I would go on patrol, that's the first thing I look at. I'd be like, "Yep, this is who I need to come home to," and that was my mentality. But yeah, it's not something you really want to have and having to deal with, because it's something that's going to stick with you pretty much the rest of your life.
Yep. I can't even imagine what you have to go through. I mean, me personally, it would, like I said, unless there's a direct threat to me or the family, like imminent threat, then I'm just no, because it doesn't really matter. You know, your life's gonna change. You're just taking somebody else's life. If it gets to the point that it's you and him, or you know, God forbid, they got your family, that's a different story. You know, but still, it's still something. So I got no desire. But although every one of us wants to be a John Wayne deep inside, you know, but nobody really wants to actually go through with it.
The whole mental aspect of it is something people never think about. It's a huge thing.
See, that's my concern. I don't think I would ever get over that if I had to do that. I just don't think.
Well, yeah, I could tell you after what 20 years of therapy, yeah, it's something you're gonna need for the rest of your life. You just it's gonna happen. But you know, at the same time, you have a right to defend your family and your property, and that's a God given right that all of us have here. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it'll be something that will affect you for the rest of your life. I can guarantee you. I can tell you from experience. I could still see the dude's face when I shot him. It is what it is, man. But you know, you gotta you gotta you gotta do what you gotta do.
And if I may say something about that, there's been a lot of times when our servicemen and women came back home, particularly Vietnam, to a very hostile, unfriendly welcome. And to some of the liberals who would say, calling our servicemen and women dirty names, and I ain't even going to say what they called our brave fighting people. But when we send troops to another land to fight, people need to understand it's because that we're meeting a threat to our security here, that the leaders that in our military have deemed it necessary to do this. And their attitude is, and I think Mario will back me up, I think Daniel will too, their attitude is it's better to stop the threat there before it gets started than to have to do it on our own shore, on our own land, where our women and children are being.
Well, I honestly think that we are coming to, and this is just the way I think, guys. Maybe because of the stuff that I've been through in my lifetime and the stuff I've seen. Um, yeah, we take for granted the stuff that we got going on. I mean, our freedoms, everything that we have here. I mean, people still complain. I'm like, what are you complaining about? You have it really good here. You have continuous electricity. You have running water. You have running sewer. You have internet. And for some reason, your internet, that's a big tragedy in your world. You have food. You can go to the grocery store and buy food. Um, you know, I mean, there's so many things that we have, and people take it for granted all the time. But what I'm really worried about the most, and in reality, I know a lot of people are not gonna like what I have to say, but you know, bringing all these people that we don't know anything about, all these Afghan refugees, and bringing them into our country when we know for a fact that there's no kind of way of tracing their background or what they've been through, it's a real threat to the security of the nation, man. Because eventually these people are most likely going to collaborate and are going to create another terrorist threat until you start seeing people blow themselves up in a public area. People are never going to take security serious, man. And because I've seen it, because I've seen what what happens after a suicide bomber hits, and the effect that it has psychologically on the minds of most people. I'm telling you, most people have no idea, and this is the kind of stuff that we're putting ourselves into, bringing all these people. I mean, all these people coming through the southern border are not all Mexicans or Hondurans or whatever. You got people from Haiti, and like, first of all, how the hell did people from Haiti get on a boat from Haiti all the way to Mexico? That's what I want to know. How the hell they made it even there? because it's not a 90-mile trip to Cuba from Cuba to Florida. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on here, guys, and I think a lot of us are not really paying attention to what's going on. There's a lot of people from South America that are coming over here that, I mean, they are just the worst of the worst, and eventually they're going to infiltrate our society and they're going to create chaos and mayhem. And until we start doing something about it, we're going to have a major terrorist plot that happens in the United States. People are not going to take this stuff serious.
Unfortunately, I think Mario's 100% right, because you can't have I don't know, 20, 30-year-old adults that, since they could walk and talk, that it's been pounding into their head how bad, how evil America is, and infidels and whatnot. There's just no way to rehabilitate those people, and we let them in. We let them in without any true background check and whatnot, and yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Well, there's already been some evidence of that already, where there was a few that were on the no-fly list, and they still let them in.
Now, there's you guys. If you don't like what I got to say on this, that's what freedom is about. Okay. Our government, we in the military, are paid to go where our government sends us. As a young man and stuff, I turned 21 in boot camp, so I was older than most of the other ones there. A lot of them were just out of high school, and they went in to get college education. We're not at war, da 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 da. But then we had the first war, Iraq 1. Then we had Iraq 2. They came up to D.C. with a whole list of these countries they wanted to topple. And they went in, there's like 5 different countries over there. And Afghanistan was the last one we went into, but yet that's the country that the 9/11 terrorists that came from. But now looking at the last 35 years on how our government has gone in and fought wars, we had Iraq 1, we went in there, we wiped out their military, we left. But then after that, in my opinion, it turned into about money. It was all about the money. They went into Lebanon. I mean, it took that country down because they were going to go onto a gold standard where you can only buy oil from them with gold. Well, that would have wrecked the U.S. economy, just, the dollar. A lot of folks that have joined the last 4 years, I said, you got to think about this, why you're going in, because it don't matter if that president is a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, that's your commander in chief, and they're going to go tell you what to do. And you rely on the regime's good judgment. Well, right now I'm watching people getting out midterm of their first term and coming back home because they refuse to get a hokey pokey, and they're getting tired of sitting there being called racist. They're at their command. They got to sit there and go through this crap. So the way that I've watched so many good people go off to war, America's finest young men and women, and now all over the place. It used to break my heart. Now it just pisses me off. This bridge, this stretch of road is named after this person. And a lot of these people I know, and I know their families. And then what happened in the last one? The government betrayed all those people, and all those people died that were injured for over 20 years, just in one country, let alone the ones that happened right there before. And now they're being treated like this, being called racist because of their skin color. They're not looking at the character of the person, because that's not what the military is about. There's 2 kinds of people in the military: the people that work, and the other one are the dirtbags. That's how we look at it. We don't care what color you are.
Exactly. We have no color in the military, man. We don't. We based everything on your ability to lead and to do whatever you need to do. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I got the same opportunities as everybody else, and I took advantage of my opportunities, and some of us didn't. I mean, You know, the military can be a good thing and a bad thing for a lot of people. I think that the bad aspect of it is that, you know, there's some people that are not meant for it, and then in reality it just destroys their life because they can't associate, because that to them that was like their biggest failure, and their biggest failures you know, still bother them to this day. I had a kid that didn't even make basic training, got got kicked out, you know, and this guy's just became a druggie. He just felt like he was a failure, couldn't do what he needed to do, and it's sad, real sad.
So battle. I mean, did they shoot brown targets?
Do they shoot brown
No,
targets in the
no,
Army?
those are green targets. That's why I like them.
Oh, they're shooting dirty little green creatures?
They're green targets, and they look like little commies. Like,
Scott, when you're laughing, but we were just talking about it in the match today. How long before they're gonna change something in USPSA? Because in the USPSA, 90% of the people shooting or 80% are white. We're shooting at the brown targets. The white targets are
bro,
no shoot.
bro, I was just kidding. I don't care. I'm just
Black
saying.
targets matter.
Well, you don't care about it. Eventually, somebody will say something.
Oh yeah, eventually someone will.
Here's my thing. If we continue to change everything in our lifetime, if we continue to change everything that we got going on in our country and whatever, um, we start to become the problem because we're catering to people. That's not what we're all about, guys. You know, what I'm saying is that our country should be set on certain principles and stick to those principles, regardless of what other people think. I
Yeah,
just think this whole
that country's
catering
gone.
crap. Yeah.
That country is gone, unfortunately. Everything's changing. Law enforcement used to shoot, what was it, B 58, whatever the targets, they were black. Now they're gray. They can't be black anymore. Everything
That's
is
stupid,
changing.
man. Yeah. It's just like you think that you're gonna, you know, take the Confederate statues out of the way, that somehow that history's erased. It's never erased. History's history, good or bad. We should always embrace it. And I'm not saying
Yeah, but
everything that the South did and the Confederates did was bad, but what I'm saying is that that's part of our history as a country. Good or bad, it should stay there. You know, it should never go away.
the problem with that is history is not about what happened, but it's about how it's told. That's
Yeah.
the problem. How it's taught and how it's taught. Think about it this way: me and you, we grew up in different countries. Okay, me growing up in the communist country, post World War II, basically everybody that fought in the World War II was a hero. Russians were the best nation in the world, and that's what we grew up in. America's evil, capitalism's bad. That's what grew up. That's what you believe in until pretty much I was 20 years old and came here. So, you know, there's a different kind of history that's stored over there, different kind of history that's stored over here. I guarantee if you look at the battles in the World War II, it's going to be different description from the U.S. side and different description from Russian side, even, you know. So,
And
it's
the
not
thing with the statues is taking away the statues, kids can't ask questions.
exactly. So they
You're
little by little erasing the history.
Yeah, you're removing an avenue for them to ask questions and find out about that, because the schools ain't going to teach it anymore. They're teaching whatever the hell they want to teach to make them in the image they want.
See, and another thing is that we need to understand that we're all humans and we all have flaws and we all make mistakes, but those are the reason why you keep showing those, because good or bad, because that's how you learn from them, you know. And like I tell you, I'm not saying that, you know, the Confederacy was bad or anything like that. I personally feel like that's an insult to everybody who's Southern, you know, especially when they have a problem with the Confederate flag, which to me, I don't have a problem with the Confederate flag at all. I mean, look, man, I grew up to Dukes of Hazard, man. Like seriously. Now, if anybody has a General Lee replica car, people are offended. Like seriously.
That's almost as like saying if you're offended by looking at Daisy Dukes.
I'm from the South. Um, let me say this: once all of the eyewitnesses that were there and can actually tell what happened here, there, in other words, um, the victor writes the history, and everybody needs to remember that. So, in the South, we put up Southern Confederate monuments and stuff like that to remember our history, and I think that most of the guys that were in that war were not fighting over slavery. Uh, they weren't. They were fighting over um, a over bloated government telling them what to do and taxing them to the point where they couldn't feed their families. That's what the Civil War was fought about. Was slavery involved? Yes, it was. I am not going to sit here and deny that. But that rebel flag, that Confederate flag, which is called the Stars and Bars, has been, and I'm sorry to use this word, but it has been bastardized to the point where it no longer means what it originally meant. It was originally it was about what I just said: people fighting for the right to do what they saw fit and how they saw fit. And I'm sure Scotsman's got a lot of stories about the war that his country's been through. And so Val, obviously, Mario, we all do. But just remember that once all the eyewitnesses have passed away, and there's no longer anybody here to tell you what really happened, the victors write the history.
And they choose what's taught in school.
Yep.
So, what year did the Civil War start? And offhand, who knows? And then, what year did the Emancipation Proclamation take place? And my question is, why did it take that long between the start of the Civil War, if that's what the Civil War was about, until Lincoln played that card on the Emancipation Proclamation? Because Robert E. Lee said if he could do it, he would declare and free every slave to stop that did not have the war. And Lincoln said the opposite.
Lincoln said that he would allow slavery to continue to preserve the Union. And Robert E. Lee said that he would free them all to prevent the war.
Yeah. So,
to my best recollection, the Civil War started in 1861, and the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by Lincoln in late '63.
that I was thinking it was 63, but I wasn't sure.
Somebody can look that up for us, or I'll do it. Y'all go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So here's something else one of you guys out there can look up. The whole thing when they rescinded the propaganda law about using propaganda on U.S. citizens here in the United States. What year did they repeal that? And then take a look at how our news has all changed and our entertainment as everything has changed and how this government has just been going kind of out of control. Because Obama said the first day one, when they go into the White House, him and his cabinet are going to be ready to rule. Excuse me, but we're not ruled over. The government that is to serve the people. They are servants of the people. And a lot of people, professional politicians, have forgotten that. That's why they want to push gun laws.
Yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't been like that for quite some long time. That for the people, by the people, government pretty much rules us. And look, it's showing right now with the vaccine mandates, with our president speaking about unvaccinated Americans, about 60 million Americans speaking about them like they are the scum of the earth. Literally, the way he talks is like we are the worst of the worst. So bad enough that first Hitler called us deplorables. Now we got sitting president pretty much talking about us like we are nothing. So, and that's our president that's supposed to be serving us. So the only people he served is the freaking people of China.
Money.
The Civil War started April 12th, 1861. And what started it was the South Carolina fired on the fort in the bay at Charleston, Fort. I can't remember the name of the fort.
Sumter.
Anyway, huh?
Sumter.
Sumter, and then the Emancipation Proclamation was signed January 1st, 1863. So that's what, 19 months later. So apparently in the 1860s it took just as long to get anything through Congress as it does now. So there you go. So
Well, now they have Twitter.
well, yeah.
They have Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. You want me to go through the side chat real quick, Mr. Scotsman?
Yeah, go ahead, man. We got a lot of people out there, and we got some more people.
All
jumping in.
right. Yeah, we got a lot of people join us. So we got Mad Sexy out there. I can't believe I just said that. Okay, never mind. The Gun Snob, HRM Weapons Machinist, Michael Ray, Kyer, just so me guy. I don't know. Okay. Fusswork, NY New York Outcast is out there. Poco Loco, Armament and Access, G23. I believe I said Michael Ray already. Zeus, Vanessa Kitty, James Pollard, Fuzzfork is out there. Andy 79Z28, James Pollard, Hidden Steel, California. See who else we got here. Vanessa Kitty is out there. Ghost Rider is out there. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog is out there. Michael Ray's out there. Poco Loco is out there. HRM Weapons. Captain Shark, what's up, bro? Oh man, Captain Crunch is in the house. Wielden Arms is out there. Kingpin is out there. Thank you all. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. Just hit me up and I'll make sure we get you AR gun 1776. And I think that's pretty much all I got. If I missed anybody, just hit me up. And thank you guys all for. Oh, Gunstomp is here. Hey, man. So thank you guys all for joining us.
Absolutely.
So Mario, did you buy your electric lawnmower yet?
No.
Well, don't you supposed to give...
First of all, I am El Jefe. I don't buy lawnmowers. I don't do lawn maintenance. I supervise.
Well,
Mario?
don't you have some craziness? You gotta get rid of all the freaking two-cycle engines.
I am a bougie Mexican or whatever you guys want to call me.
Bourgeois.
No, thank you. No, yeah, but I think it's gonna take like 2 years for that thing to happen. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, like seriously. I mean, these people in Sacramento have nothing better to do. Let's come up with something else.
All these motors are going to have to be electric, including the ones that produce electricity, like your emergency generators.
Yeah, poor loggers trying to cut down the fucking trees with the 18-volt the Makita saw.
Got to save those spotted owls.
Yeah, I'm just curious with state having issue providing enough electricity, and now they want more electricity. Like how are they planning to do that?
See, here's my thing, and this is something that I don't get. They're pushing so much for solar energy, and solar is good. I like solar, but the whole electric car thing, I'm just not buying it, man. I'm telling you, within
the whole thing behind it is simply this, Mario. It's about more control. So when they want to kill everything and stop you from going wherever you want to go, they can kill it all.
Don't take me wrong. I would love to have an electric car. I drove Tesla. I got a Tesla truck on pre-order. I would love to slap the solar panels on the roof, but the technology is not there. I think we should really concentrate on that. We got a God-given a huge source of energy, and we're not using it. We should not. And it's kind of sad because let's say we used to go down to Ocean City, Maryland, okay, in the summer for a week or two, and you go down there, you got all these hotels, all these high rises and all that. There should be like a solar panel heaven over there. They should be able to supply themselves with electricity, and you hardly see any. And you know what? When you want to slap the panels on your roof, and it costs you so much money that you return on your investment is 20 years, then it's not really appealing.
All right,
Mario,
so I don't know if you guys saw this story or not, and I just saw a little bit earlier today, but I guess China launched a nuclear weapon that literally went around the globe.
it was a hypersonic missile that is capable of carrying a nuclear payload.
Wait
Let's
a
go,
minute.
Brandon.
Over our sovereign airspace? You mean to tell me that thing went through there?
Well, it went in outer space.
Yeah, it circled around.
Hey, let's go, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Mario, how does it feel to be California is getting picked on by New York? That's how bad California is now.
Bro, come on, man. You got an all-star team of assholes in New York. I mean, I don't even know why you've been talking.
Hey, listen, Mario. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I said it on my rant. My town used to have in a high school, maybe in a school in general, maybe 6 or 7 kids that barely spoke English. This year we have 47. Okay, some of them, well, most of them from Guatemala. Some of them, and this is high school age kids. Not only they don't speak a lick of English, they can't read or write in English. Okay, how the fuck did these kids get from Guatemala to upstate New York? Now there's a positive side to all this shit. You know what the positive side is? Our soccer team haven't lost a game yet.
Well, there
And
you
wait.
go. See,
They're eligible to play when they get failing grades?
They can't
Hey.
they can't speak English, but they kick ass in soccer.
hey, but you know what? If you have a boxing team, they'll whoop some ass too. Just saying.
Damn. Okay, so China's flying missiles over our head. They got space stations up there, so they are advancing on space technology. We're having research. We're paying to have research done in China because it's illegal to do that research here. COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have Elon Musk. He's got the private shit, so we all cool.
Over
And not
90% of the stuff you buy in Walmart or any other store, where is it made?
See, you know what I don't to this day I don't understand why don't we do this? Why are we solely dependent on one country to make all of our goods and stuff like that? When you have all these people from Central America, all these people from South America that want to come to the United States, why? Because they can't get a job. So how about we collaborate with these countries, make factories there, and have them make our stuff? You know, not only that, you're saving yourself so much more money on shipping costs compared to going all the way to China.
That was
Just
the
saying, man.
idea. That was the idea behind NAFTA, the North American Trade Agreement. And like Ross Perot said, that sucking sound is all the jobs leaving America. And that happened right when I was graduating high school. And I ended up doing 20 years in the military because Tappens, that was founded here where I live. Westinghouse Corporation, that was founded here where I live. All in the GM plant. Everything closed and moved to Canada and Mexico.
Well, let's stop and think about it. We don't make textiles anymore. China makes all that stuff. We don't make any air conditioners or anything like that. Mexico makes most of that stuff. So why not bring it down even further down and have all of Central America make all that stuff for us.
I'll tell you what.
that's
Why
what I'm
don't we
saying.
real build our plants here in the U.S. so people can have jobs here and be able to
There you go.
pay their income tax,
I'm
so
all
we
for
don't
it,
have
bro.
this huge deficit.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. We got plenty of abandoned warehouses out here that could.
Well,
could
that's what
use
that's
some.
what Trump was trying to push for. Everybody that's producing shit outside, he was gonna tax them more, import tax and this and that, and keep the plants over here. When the what was it, Korea, the plant that makes the AC units, they announced they're gonna move down to Mexico. And he had a chat with them, and they wind up staying. But the problem is with our government, and like me from my perspective as a builder, right? I have 3 pieces of property. I've been waiting for 2 months just for the goddamn erosion permit so I can get my building permit. 2 months on a property that's been subdivided, approved, everything was done 30 years ago, over 30 years ago. Now, on top of everything, since it's off the state road, I called the state DOT to see if I need anything from them, which I don't see why, because we're not doing anything off the road. 2 weeks until somebody got back to me. And now they're saying, oh, we don't know. Why don't you send us a map and we'll let you know you need a permit. So problem is doing anything here, if you don't have to deal with the government regulations and all the other bullshit, then you got to deal with the unions. So, I, as a businessman, if I'd be a multi-million-dollar corporation, I was like, you know what? If the government doesn't want me to do business here, I am going to move my shit to Mexico.
I am a.
If it's that much easier for me to do business over there, we're just creating the atmosphere that people just don't want to be in the business in this country because everything is so much more difficult.
I agree with you, sir. But I think the other thing that I agree with you is unions have killed the jobs in the United States because honestly, with all the laws that we have now for workers' rights and all that stuff, there's not really a need for a union like there was back then. Like I understand that unions were needed back when we had the Industrial Revolution and everybody was going along and not many people were getting fair pay. But let's stop and think about it. Every state nowadays has some sort of law about equal pay or breaks and lunches and bonuses and whatever the case may be. Why the hell do we need all these damn unions? To this day, I don't understand that.
Because the Liberal Party is going to keep them, because all the money that's donated, well, maybe not all, but majority of all the money that the union people pay in dues, a lot of that money is going straight to the Democrat Party.
Well, here's a problem I have with the unions, okay? If I'm going to hire Daniel, Mario, Scotsman to come work for me, I'm going to give them $250 a day each. And they're going to decide to take $30 out of that money and pay it and create a union and pay it into the fees. I don't care. But I'm not paying them $350 just because they're a union and they do same freaking work. That's where I have a problem. You follow what I'm saying? That's where the union screwed up. They got too big, and there's a reason why you don't see any residential construction done by a union.
It's too greedy, man. It got way too greedy.
Commercial jobs, state jobs, and stuff like that. Because I can't afford build. If I'm not going to build a $600,000 house using union, that house is going to cost me $600,000 or more. So,
well, let me throw a little caveat at you. The way things are going here in 5-10 years, if you hired Mario, myself, and Scotsman, poor Scotsman's going to end up losing his job because Mario is of Spanish descent. I'm going to be claiming my Native American heritage, and I'm going to claim my Native American heritage. And Mario and I are going to be partying all day, collecting our paychecks.
That's right.
Because hey, and poor Scotsman, who's ready to work and works like a dog, he's going to be out of a job because he's not protected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 10 years, I wouldn't hire you now, Daniel, let alone 10 years from now.
So you still got to give me a paycheck.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, man, or the government's going to come down on you because it's called social credit score.
Oh,
If you don't meet all the little wickets and everything, you won't be allowed to do business with anybody unless you have X amount of this minority, that minority, so many women, and maybe you can slide in a white guy or two.
then I'll
And
just
you, oh,
claim
you're the white guy, so you can't hire any white guys.
I'll just claim my immigration status and go party with you two.
That's right. You can, huh? That's right. I came from a third world country. I need to party.
That ain't gonna matter anymore.
At the rate we going, there's gonna be no freaking America 10 years from now.
Yeah.
If people don't wake up between all the woke bullshit, transgender, and I was just talking the other day, like if my son would ever come out as a transgender, I would disown him. I can literally deal with him being gay, but in my mind, the transgender, especially when you see like 14-year-old kids or 12-year-old kids, it's just some fucked up face that they have in the head, and somebody's supporting them in that. Nothing else.
Oh, how about what's in the news today about the one that's a guy one day and a girl the next day has charges pending in 2 different schools for sexual assault, and one of the girl's father, the prosecutors wanting to throw him in jail. He got a 10-day sentence, but the judge went and suspended it.
No, world's upside down.
Yeah,
When it comes to this shit,
They
just
tried
like
to cover it up.
yeah, just like in North Carolina, they have the I don't know, down south is probably worse than it's up here because we don't have it. At least we don't have this kind of shit in our school. I mean, I know there's 1 or 2 kids that try to pull that shit and they created special bathroom for them, but what's that guy that what is he, Attorney General or whatever the hell of North Carolina, the big black dude. He had a thing on Instagram. Razor JB sent me that thing where he was showing the book and what's in them, how they're pushing the transgender and homosexuality on the kids. I mean, we're talking 6, 7, 8-year-old kids. Like they don't know what the fuck. You know, the school itself is supposed to be teaching my kids math, physics, history, shit like that. Leave rest of that shit to me. I'm the parent. But that's another problem. A lot of people send their kids to school because they don't have a time to be parents. Like now with all the COVID and everybody was home, the kids were closed. Jesus Christ, it was a freaking disaster.
Oh, they're pushing that stuff in preschool too. My wife worked in preschool, and she left there when they started pushing that whole thing. Preschool. The kids just want to know what's for snack today and when they get to go outside and play and hey, break out the finger paints. The government needs to stay out of the bedrooms.
Government needs to stay out of a lot of things, but when you got the whole country controlled by the major cities, then that's what it is. That New York State is pretty much controlled by the New York City, and it transfers into the federal government as well. That's how the freaking Ocasio-Cortez got into the goddamn.
I mean, what do you think? Yeah, it's all crazy, man.
She's dumb as a box of rocks. The best job she could get was a goddamn bartender, but somehow she's freaking coming up with a Green New Deal, and she's the one telling us how to live our lives.
So I heard an interesting quote the other day. I forget exactly how it came up, but somebody told me there are no liberal states. There's just liberal cities. But if those cities have enough liberal people in there, then they carry the state. Something needs to be done about it. Right?
Yeah, it's just, what do you think they're fighting so hard to get rid of the electoral college? Because the little person can speak on an election.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They proved it at the last election. Electoral college doesn't freaking matter because they printed their own ballots. They did whatever they wanted to do to get in. So,
well, when that happens, we are no longer a democratic republic. The Republic Party is gone. We're just a democracy with mob rule.
Yep, that's exactly what we had.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want. They keep pushing the whole democracy thing when we're a republic. not a democracy. We're a republic with a democratic voting system. And they keep pushing it, and they keep trying to drive these certain narratives into people's brains and get them to follow along. And if you keep driving it enough and keep pushing the lie enough, eventually enough people are going to get behind it.
Or the good people will just give up. Like after the last election, I got zero confidence in the election system in this country. And after the recounts and all that, it's just how you go from the most popular president in the history of the country to hashtag let's go Brandon.
Well, our founding fathers wrote the reason why they made the electoral college. Was it the founding fathers that established the electoral college? Whoever did that, they wrote it was to keep two wolves and a sheep from having to vote on what they're going to have for dinner tonight, because they could see where the cities would eventually outnumber the people in the rural areas.
Hey fellas, while y'all are quiet right here, let me just tell y'all good night. I got some stuff going on here at the house I need to tend to. Maybe Scotsman will be back in a minute, but good discussion tonight, guys. I'm telling you, man. I don't know who come up with the topics. Very good job, but I'm going to get off of here, and I hope y'all have a great rest of the weekend, great rest of the chat.
Good night, Jamie.
Thanks for
Good
coming
night,
on.
Good night,
Jamie.
Jimmy.
Well,
Take
thanks
some of
for
them. Take some of them sick days and go deer hunt.
I heard that, man. Y'all have a blessed week coming up. Thanks for having me, Scotsman.
Absolutely, brother. Take it easy.
Bye.
Oh, Scotsman, what do you got?
So I did throw out a link there a couple times in the chat for a GoFundMe. I don't know this person personally, but I was asked by someone in our community to pass it along. They are a veteran, and they are suffering from multiple sclerosis. So if you can help out, please do so. But the link's out there. I threw it out a couple times. I'll throw it over one more time. And some of you guys may know this person. I don't. But some of you may know him. But if you can help, please do so. And then the other one, I put this up a couple times as well. If you guys don't know NEPA Gun Talk, go look him up and go over there and subscribe. Help him out. He's almost 2,000 subscribers, so he's a good dude.
I got a request for you, Scotsman.
What
Will you
got?
put it up there and tell everybody to unsub me because I can't handle the pressure?
How about everyone just unsub Daniel just because?
There you go. Unsub me.
There you go. There'll be like 5 subscribers.
There's 3 in the room. Especially all those Glock people. They don't like me.
What is it with you and Glocks, man? I swear.
No, it's all it is. What is it with Glock? They got a big marketing thing, but they're plastic, man.
So is SIG X5.
And it's a striker fire. I don't like plastic, and I don't like striker fire. There, that's what it, that's.
It's not plastic. It's a tungsten infused polymer.
Okay, it's
Big
striker
difference.
fire.
Oh,
I like
excuse
hammered.
me.
I like all metal.
Freaking gun encyclopedia over here. It's tungsten polymer.
Tungsten infused polymer.
Oh, infused. Sorry.
Oh, infused. That means they ground up some tungsten in a powder and kind of put it into the polymer, so it has a metal flake.
Wow,
Oh, yeah.
you have a striker fired gun that is as heavy as Shadow too. So I wouldn't knock it down.
Don't like striker fire. If I gotta
My-
throw my gun at you, my gun's gonna
Okay,
hurt more than a block.
My X5 as it sits right now, it's like something like 51 ounces.
Okay, Daniel does not like striker fire. Got it.
No, you just can't shoot striker fire. And
Hey,
and then he's complaining about a single action because it's too light for the meter. So,
Well, no. See, he can shoot striker fire. He actually shot the Glock better than one of his CZs when he was shooting.
there you
Well,
go.
that was a compact and shooting a full size. But I didn't even go up and look at the target. I was just taking slow shots because I wanted to give respect to the guy that brought the gun.
I don't know,
And
but
then
you also had a red dot on there too.
Yeah, it had a red dot on there, and then I just got sick of the malfunctions.
Oh, I love red dots. I'm thinking. I actually found a company that can mill my Grand Power, put the red dot on it. So I might
Grand power.
I might go back to Excalibur and shoot that, since the Excalibur match is still not being imported, and I'm at the point that I'm thinking the two CZs I have as a home defense guns, I'm gonna have them milled as well and just stick a dot on it.
Grand power.
Are you going to set your CZs you're going to have for defense? Are you going to send those to CZ Customs?
No. I'll probably, if I do it, I'll probably send it all to the same shop because see the P10C is easy to mill. Grand Power is a little harder, and not that many people know what they're doing. So you gotta find somebody reputable that done it before.
And hopefully they're local. You don't have to mail them.
No, they're in Texas. Not even close.
So
You gotta chisel that shit out, man.
That's how they do it in Guatemala. They just chisel that shit out. This is not a rock wall.
just use a file.
Oh, file. Got it. No, that's cool, man.
You know how
How long
Mario
you had
uses
that?
it? You know how Mario uses a file? Like this.
Mario never held a file in his hand in his life.
No, I don't do manual labor.
Oh,
There you go.
That's better.
yeah.
That's better. see, now you get me. You get
No,
me.
I don't think he even does it like that. He probably just goes like this. He goes and
Yeah,
gets
I gotta stick the
manicure
tongue
done.
out, yeah.
The only way to get a girl to hold his hand.
Hey,
What
Yeah.
what's your pedicurist's name? Bob.
Alfonso. Okay, my God, he is quite the manicurist. I tell you, quite the manicurist.
Bob is the guy that does the pedicures for him.
Bob.
Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm here to do your nails.
Hello.
That would
Hello, my
go
name's-
well.
Hello, my name is Bob, and I'm here to give you a pedicure.
Freaking Abu and shit, trying to do nails.
Oh,
You probably got smooth butter skin as well, man. You're probably smooth. You probably put all that cream on, that lotion, and all that crap, and smooth, ain't you?
I
Smooth.
bet you he does.
I bet you hot waxes.
Yes.
I go in the
Girly
shower.
hands.
I go in the
Yes.
shower and I use 3-in-1. You know, your shampoo,
3-in-1.
your body lotion, and freaking body
Wow.
wash all in one. He probably has 4 different bottles he's using.
I have an
yeah.
ensemble of items that I have.
I bet you
Yeah.
do.
Who was
Yes.
asking about the tan off between New York Outcast and I?
That's you. Hey, that was me. I
That
thought
was
and
you.
I
Well, okay. Here's what happened on that. As soon as my wife heard that you guys, the loser had to get body wax, the hot wax, she put the kibosh on that right then.
Oh man.
And besides, New York Outcast don't have a hair. He's already smooth.
Okay, so what you're saying is that she was afraid you were gonna lose.
She was afraid if case I lost that I would have a coronary and die.
But I thought you had it in the bag.
I did. I was very dark, and then after I actually got the scene, New York Outcast. But I got to respect the wife. Any woman that tells you to go and buy a gun whenever, and she now has her own gun safe for all her guns, you got to listen to her.
Wow. Wow, she is a keeper.
Yeah, she's retired now too. She's seen I
Oh,
was having
nice.
too much.
Congratulations.
She's seen I was having too much fun here at home, and she says, "Hey." So she's actually done more deer hunting now than this deer season than I have. She's been out twice,
Wow.
and I haven't even been out.
So in other words, you're saying
Nice.
that your wife is twice the man you are.
Oh,
There ain't no
damn.
there ain't no man except me in that girl. She's all woman.
Yep. Yep. He's scared, man. He's scared. Scared of the wife.
Yeah, because
Yep.
he saw Outcast. The motherfucker looked like he's Asian and shit. They're like, oh, not fucking with that guy.
Well, who isn't scared of their wife?
See, he's probably just using the wife as an excuse.
Yeah, I would say so.
He's probably just straight up scared. That's all. And he's
Mario,
just using the wife.
Mario, you're
Scared.
darker than New York Outcast.
You're scared.
You are
No.
darker than New York Outcast, and I with you.
Ah, dude, you had your fucking judge was a Navy guy. How the fuck am I gonna get a fair fucking shake with that shit? If it would have been like a civilian guy that don't have shit to do with anything, I would have taken the. But no, you have to go get a Navy guy.
I
To
didn't pick the
fucking-
judges.
That was bullshit. All right, I don't care what you guys will say. To this
Hey, Mario-
day, everybody still tells me I won this shit.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I don't know who tells you that because I watched that shit and there's no goddamn way in hell you won. I mean, you had every
How the
opportunity. And
fuck?
You didn't go outside even to get it work on a tan. You sat in the shade and watched other people mow
But see,
your
you know
lawn.
what? I didn't mess up a perfectly good Cabela shirt either.
you should have you should have had like a nice white background, whatever judging you, and you didn't have. You dropped the ball on that one.
Mario, you
Nah.
still think Cabela's is the bomb. We actually have firsthand experience on this panel who's worked at Cabela's and can tell you how Cabela's has gone downhill, and all they are is about the card, the credit card.
Hey,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
be
they, I remember last time I was there. That's how they were pushing that crap like a motherfucker.
hey, don't be hating on Cabela's credit card. That's what I use. I spent probably
See,
close
he
to
likes that.
$3,000. I spent
Yeah.
about $3,000 last year in Cabela's. That didn't cost me nothing. There was all points I
See,
racked up.
You're insensitive. Yes. He uses
Gaspin,
points.
what's
We-
better?
We
Cabela's
already
or
know
Cabela's?
he's insensitive, Mario. He likes to shoot brown targets.
Telling you.
If it's
No
brown,
love for the
oh,
brownies.
if
If
it's
it's brown,
brown, it's
it's
down. If it's brown, it's down around here this year, baby.
Mm. Wow.
Well,
don't
well,
know.
Daniel, I met you. You're not exactly white either, so shut up.
Yeah. It was a
I want my casino.
casino.
I want my casino.
Hey, for
I
all
love,
I care, you can have two of them.
I love playing craps and single deck blackjack.
Yeah, I don't, see, I don't really do that.
I can play blackjack. I'll just lay $20 down on the thing, and when it's gone, so am I. And I just, back when I was drinking, it just keep the beers coming, and those waitresses were making bank on me.
Hmm.
Yep.
Party animal you were.
Oh, the best run I had on $20 was 11 hours at the blackjack table.
Damn, really? Wow.
Yeah,
you
I
got
don't-
a blackjack?
I don't do
Yeah.
that. I go play slots, like a penny slots, and I
Oh.
just sit them and keep bringing me drinks.
And you got your AARP there with all the other blue-haired old women there playing slots.
I don't gamble a lot. Even when I was a SHOT Show,
Yeah, I don't gamble.
With the wife, we enjoy ourselves in Vegas. I was actually looking to go again because they announced the SHOT Show is gonna be again January 18th.
Yeah.
18th to 21st or some shit like that. Supposed to be the biggest SHOT Show of them all. It's something like close to 900,000 square feet or some shit like that, some crazy number.
Hey, which one of you guys can give me a fucking press pass? I'll go over there. I don't give a fuck.
You can get it yourself. It's easy.
Oh yeah.
You're
Yeah,
a
go
YouTuber.
look it up. Look it up on a SHOT Show page. You gotta join NSSF, and then you just apply as a press. You stick in your YouTube channel. There's a few things you gotta do, but you'll get it. That's not a big deal. My problem is they it used to be all in a Venetian hotel in the Sands. Now they split between Venetian and Caesar's Palace. So between Forums and Sands, there's like a new bridge over. But the biggest thing is the 6 hour withdrew. They're not going to SHOT Show. They announced they're not going because and 6 hour always had like a biggest booth. Most pro shooters, you get to meet and greet everybody, and it was just big as marvels. Now they're not going because they're saying they have to redesign their stuff. It'll cost them about $1 million between all the stuff, and they say it's not feasible, it's not smart investment. So instead, they're donating $500,000 to NSSF, and they also said they worry about the COVID and their employees and blah 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 blah. So my biggest thing is I'm not getting on the airplane until they get rid of the masks, because I'm not sitting on a plane for fucking 6 hours and some bitch freaking sky waitress is gonna put me on a no-fly list because God forbid I'll fall asleep with a mask off or some shit like that. So
I'm surprised you'd want to go there, because the last time you went, you got back sicker than a dog.
No. Last time I was good. Last time was awesome because I spent a weekend with my wife. Last time was good.
Oh, what? I mean, because when you was at the farm, you had got back from that one, and you was just
the farm was in the fall. Farm was in the fall. You got the time step messed up.
He's old. He's gonna forget stuff, man.
Yeah.
Hey, all I remember, that poor guy was sick. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, when all you do every day is, sleep in, get up, load ammo, cast bullets, walk outside, shoot, drink coffee, and then sleep again, you're bound to forget what's going on.
Yes.
I do more before noon than most people do in a day.
Yeah, but then you're sleeping by noon.
So cute.
Well, yeah, but I still done more. I mean, but I'm doing stuff I enjoy.
Okay.
Don't be a hater.
I would love to go to SHOT Show
I'm not saying nothing.
and bring wife and have a good time. But like I said, with the way the airlines are and all the bullshit, it's just ain't gonna happen. With my luck, I'll get arrested at the fucking airport and put on a no-fly list before I even get into the airplane.
You get a camper van. Get a camper van.
Fuck that! It's like 2 days worth of driving.
Oh, but no, you quit, sell your house, buy one of those big old land yacht buses, that you can just drive wherever you want to go.
On the road again.
Yeah.
Hey, Bulldog, I'm not hating, man. I get to go down there and enjoy it too. So
yeah,
I don't get to do it on a daily basis, but I ain't hating.
Yeah, well, deer season's bow season's in now. It's like in gun season's the first Monday after Thanksgiving. Scotsman, you got your license yet?
No, I need to get on it, man. I just got my laptop back, so I'll probably do it this week.
Hey, what's the what do they do if you want to go shoot in Ohio if you're out of state but you're a veteran?
Get a non-resident hunting license and a deer tag, or depending on whatever. It's a lot easier in California. Our laws consist of this little booklet that might have 30 pages in it, and it's broken down between different species of what. There's no. I lived out there. I know what the hunting laws look like out there, and your guys are crazy. You can use lead to kill stuff here.
I'm asking if I want to go to Ohio and shoot a deer.
Yeah, you get a
non-resident.
Yeah, you get a non-resident hunting license and buy a deer tag.
Do you need all that shit if you hunt at private property?
Yeah,
you got it. If you own your private property over 5 acres, then you can just go kill it, whatever. I can open my window here and kill a deer.
All right, so there you go, Mario. Just go to Daniel's. You don't need nothing. You can be shooting
shit
right from his window.
That's right. I'll be like the DC sniper, but in Ohio.
There you go.
The Bambi killer.
The Bambi killer.
Hey, Bambi's mama is gonna die this year.
Okay.
Really, you're gonna kill a deer? You can't just go buy meat in a freaking store like normal people?
How dare
Why
you?
would I want
God,
to?
so insensitive.
Yeah,
I can get all the free meat I want.
it's not free. You gotta get a tag and
I don't.
permit and whatnot.
I
No,
live
but wait a
here.
minute.
I live on a farm.
Yeah, if he shoots it on his own property, he doesn't have to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Correct?
I'm correct. I only got to use a gun that I paid $800 for. That's got a $700 scope on it. The camo, I only spend about $300 on it. All the blind I got that cost $300. But
Oh,
when
okay.
it comes to feeding my family, they're only the best.
In
So
other
what
words,
do you
making the wife happy.
Yeah, basically. So what do you mostly feed the deer over there? Is it just corn or use a combination of stuff? What are you using there?
They eat whatever. They'll eat soybeans. They eat briars. They eat clover. I left about a 2-acre patch of corn here outside my house just so they can get. I mean, I could have 50 to 60 deer eating on that all winter long, and I might shoot maybe one of them.
Yeah,
So-
there you go. Jason Stewart. Hey, Scotsman, put it up there. You see that? There you go.
Yep. Oh, been there, done that. My buddy had a tire mounted on the front of his old Ford pickup truck in high school, and we had like $10 between us on this Friday night, and we're going to town, and there's a dead raccoon, and we were getting good money for raccoons back then. He got $35 for it. We took it in there, got the $35. Now we got $45. So hey, now we got a full tank of gas and beer money. But within 20 yards of where we picked up that raccoon, 2 deer jumped out in front of the truck, and yep, he tagged one of them. So
Yeah, you can't do that with a truck nowadays because my 3500 Ram, you're going down the highway 80 miles an hour, and I'm looking at the freaking hood, and the hood does this. I'm like, shit, my hood's open. I pull over to the side, I go look, the hood's closed, but the whole fucking hood is plastic, so it just there's so much flex in it. The air gets. I'm like, son of a gun. $57,000 truck, and I worry about the goddamn hood.
I believe I can fly.
there you go, Mario. Fuzzy looked it up for you. $125 for a non-resident hunting license.
Now, don't
But
they have something? Don't they have something like for veterans? Because I know in Texas, you show them you're a veteran or whatever, you don't got to pay shit.
No, you still got to pay.
Now, do you have to have a hunting license in your own state?
Dude, nobody recognizes anything from California. What's the damn point?
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking if you need to have a hunting license from your own state because there's also a safety course that goes with it, and then you can apply for the non-resident. That's what I'm asking.
So
You got to
what about
have
if
a
you-
safety course.
Yeah.
So what
I never
about
took
so
mine.
what? So what about if you have a CCW?
Doesn't matter. You got to have a safety course regardless.
Hunting safety course.
Safety course isn't about you're carrying a weapon. It's all about knowing the laws and everything else. It walks you through all of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what to do if the shit falls on neighbor's property. Just like when this rich lawyer from New York, he goes down to Georgia, duck hunting, and he shoots the duck, and the duck falls down, on the neighbor's property, right next to the fence. So he goes over and starts climbing the fence, and the farmer comes over like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "That's my duck." He goes, "No, this is my duck. It fell on my property." He goes, "But I shot the duck." He goes, No. That's not how it works. And then he turns over to the New York lawyer. He says, "Listen, we can settle this the Southern way." He goes, "How's that?" He goes, "No, we kick each other in the crotch, and whoever's still standing is going to have a duck." He goes, "All right, let's do this." So the farmers go, "I'll go first." So he freaking swings and kicks the lawyer in the crotch so freaking bad, right? So after 15 minutes, the guy finally gets up and he goes, "All right, it's my turn." Farmer's like, "Nah, keep the duck."
Ha 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 ha.
But no, it's like there's laws like that. Like we had this one neighbor that was a real jerk to one of my family members the previous year, and the following year, hey, karma sucks. They shot a deer and it died over on my dad's other farm, and they wanted to go over there and get their deer. Nope, they got to have permission from the landowner to move that deer.
So, do you guys have an issue with pigs over there in Ohio? Or is it too cold?
Southern Ohio, they have some hogs, but not up anywhere near where I'm at.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mm.
Southern Ohio.
Yeah. You were talking about the pigs that root around, right, Mario?
Yes, the wild pigs. Yes.
Okay, because the other ones there, you got to watch your speed in Ohio because they'll pull you over for 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, and they're everywhere.
Are you serious? 1 mile over?
They'll get you.
Wow. For 1 mile over?
Oh yeah, that's how they make their money.
It's got to be counted
thought-
because
I
every
thought
time I
it
went
was
through,
bad.
every time I went through Ohio, you got 70 mile an hour speed limit. I'm holding gas at 90. I never got pulled over.
Never seen the police? Oh, you're probably on like 80 or
80,
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, they patrol the other roads.
Yeah, they mainly stick on 90 and 71, and they'll hit them hard. Or 270, they'll hit that pretty hard too.
They're in wolf packs. You won't see you see one individual one is the rare thing. You usually see them in groups of 3 to 5.
I was surprised because over here they ain't gonna pull you over for 1 mile, not even 5, not even 10, 15 or more, most likely.
It just depends where
Yeah.
you're at. Most of the time out here, I'm usually about 5 over, and I've never been pulled over for it.
5
You look
over. We
scary
got
as fuck, bro. I'm like, I don't want to pull your ass over. Fuck that.
bullshit. We got 65. We went to Pennsylvania today. 65 was holding gas at 80 all the time. But then again, I had the 2 correction officers in the truck, so I was gonna blame it on them, so they can flash their badges.
Maybe it's just me because I was the kid in high school that would do donuts in front of the cop shop.
Oh yeah, they'll do it.
What is that you're holding there, Daniel?
A bullet, a cartridge.
No. Yeah, what caliber?
4570.
Yeah, 4570.
Man.
That's got Bambi's mom's name on it.
Mm.
You hit a deer with one of these puppies, there's not going to be much of a tracking job.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I was gonna go hunting so many times, but like I don't know if I can shoot a deer. It's got those baby eyes, Pigs, different story. I would go do that.
Oh, hold on! You're getting all soppy on us.
Yeah, I'm a
Just
No,
softy.
you gotta watch
baby
Mappy.
eyes.
I'm
those
a- I'm a-
baby
I'm a-
eyes.
I'm a big softy. I'm a big softy.
Don't shoot me.
Yeah, I'm a big softy. Forget it. The other day, one of the chickens was freaking. She was sick, so my wife was like, "Well, no, go and kill it." I'm like, "Why do I have to do it? Just toss the thing outside. Raccoons will take care of it." She goes, "No, I can't have a mental image in my head that this chicken been laying eggs for us for 2 years, and now we're gonna just leave some raccoon's gonna tear it apart." I'm like, Jesus Christ, So I had to go kill the damn thing.
For some reason,
How'd
I
you
got
kill
the reputation. Everyone would bring their pet rats or pet rabbits or whatever for me to go ahead and kill.
You got that serial killer look, bro. That's what happens.
I grew up on a farm.
It's like my landlord was saying about how the dog was misbehaving last night pretty bad, and He woke up at 3 a.m. I was like, "Bring it over, man. We'll break in the woods behind the house.
Yeah, but you scary
Take her out
looking,
like
man.
Old Yeller."
Mm. Mm.
We ran out
Well,
of topics.
if somebody in PETA is watching this, I'm sorry. Just saying.
People
Sorry,
eating
not
tasty
sorry.
animals.
Oh my god!
I mean,
That's
don't
crazy.
take me wrong. I grew up. When I was growing up, the way like my parents did it, there was a chicken farm not too far from us, and every year they would get like a fresh hen, so they were selling old ones for pennies. So they would buy 30 of them, and we would just slaughter them, freaking clean them, and all that, and stuck them in a freezer, and they will be for the next year or whatever. So I mean, I was chopping heads off the freaking chickens 8, 9 years old. I used to go fishing with my father, so I had no problem cutting the fish, cleaning all that up and whatnot. But the older I get, the softer I get.
I remember
It's,
as a little kid, my grandmother used to send us a bunch of her grandkids out and go catch a chicken. And whoever kid caught the first chicken and stuff would bring it there. And she'd chop its head off and stuff, and to be making chicken and dumplings. She just figured if that chicken was so slow and stupid that the kids could catch it, yeah, it was time for it to go.
I guess it's not a bad philosophy. I mean, we didn't have chickens growing up, but my grandma lived in the country. She had a pig, chickens, dogs, all that. We got Jesus Christ, I don't know, 15 chickens, 4 ducks right now. So my wife's all into it. I got fridge full of freaking eggs. I'm giving them away because there's no way we're gonna eat them all. My wife's like, she's gonna sell them. Yeah, good luck with that. So every time the friends come over, I ask everybody, you want chicken eggs, duck eggs? No, because we even got a bunch of duck eggs.
You got a little duck pond? You got a pool for the ducks?
Yeah, I took the like a old sandbox, turned that filled up with the water. So that's for them.
Use that water for fertilizer around wherever you got bushes, shrubs.
There's no water left because they splash everything out. Because every time you fill it up, they go in there and they bang.
I
So
bet you.
that's all those ducks do. They just bang.
I bet all that grass is really green around that thing.
You seen any turkeys yet, Daniel? I seen a ton the other day.
Nope, not since the poacher got them.
I've seen a ton of turkeys the other day. It was Saturday. I was driving home from work because I had to work Saturday morning for a little while. And there was probably, I don't know, at least a dozen of them.
Yeah, we had a problem with the poacher round last year. I didn't see a single shooter buck all season. That's why I didn't shoot a deer. And all the turkeys disappeared. The neighbors got
I
the
think
guy on
New York
camera.
Outcast is saying you need testosterone pills, man. You need a
Oh, pills for that.
yeah.
No,
'Cause you're becoming a big softie.
I got plenty of testosterone. It's just it's a mental thing. It's like everything else. Like I used to be younger. I had no problem with the heights. The older I get, the harder it is. Now I'm at the point I'm watching somebody and I'm cringing. So definitely getting harder and harder.
Yeah. All right, we're losing people pretty good. We'll go ahead and start going through the room. Thanks to everyone out there. Appreciate you all. Again, if you would go check out NEPA Gun Talk if you don't know them already, and I'll throw that link out one more time for the GoFundMe. So, Daniel, what you got, man?
Nothing much. I got a whole bunch of bullets loaded up. I've got my crossbow all tuned up. Moved my deer stand, so it's fall now, so it's going to be more of out in the woods videos you're going to see than any real pistol stuff like that. So, hey, and then when Scotsman needs to get down here, because I think you have a rifle that you might need to sight in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that.
We'll get that this week sometime. I'll give you a call in the morning and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Val, what you got, man?
Not much. Just working. Everything gets harder putting up many videos right now since I lost the range. But still have shot a match today. Gotta put the video together for that. And I don't know. Go check out my other channel, Boulder Builder. I put up my. I try not to curse over there and not to get political. All I do is building stuff. So you may learn something. Thanks for having me. Good night, everybody.
Absolutely, man. It was a pleasure. Always good to have you on. Yeah, if you haven't seen this other channel, go check it out. It's pretty good. If anything, you can laugh at him as he's talking a lot. You know, he talks a lot more on those than he does in the other videos, so you can make fun of him for that. With that being said, I'm going to throw it over to Battle Bean to take us out, man.
Well, guys, Boulder Builder. Yes, we can. All right, bro. I like it. Anyways, guys, thank you, Side Chat. Thank you, panel. You guys have been awesome. Another great, successful night here. And of course, I'm not going to show a gun because especially it's a Glock. I know these guys aren't going to like it. So, anyways, guys, but have a productive week. We'll definitely see you guys next weekend on this. And like always, guys, stay safe. Woo!